On the off chance that not the overall population, crypto lovers had known for a couple of years that Doge partakes in a critical bull run versus BTC, assuming that it falls into a specific interest zone. In 4.5 years, Doge effectively had 7 goes against BTC, and this, by 2019-2020, crashed numerous financial backers' trust in Doge's significant appreciation. Then, at that point, on December 20, 2020, as Bitcoin accomplished new all-time highs achievements, image master Elon Musk, circling back to his several past Dogecoin tweets, tweeted single word, Doge when Musk tweeted, SpaceX will put a strict Dogecoin on the exacting moon months after the fact. Dogecoin had risen 5,200% against Bitcoin in around 90 days. Like vultures to a corpse, this subsequent run attracted financial backers to Doge and other meme coins, in opposition to what Dogecoin's base would maintain that you should accept. Will Doge's NIA forecast of Doge's future development depends on its utilization case materialness, similarly all things considered with different coins. In fact, Doge is supposed to keep up with its bullish construction for the following 3-4 years, taking into account its past, assuming Doge endeavors to rehash the value examples of 2021 before long, 2023 till 2025. We expect a comparative pattern in 2023, 2024, and 2025, assuming the example is kept up with to such an extent that Doge exchanges as high as $2 or close. We expect a comparable pattern in 2023, 2024, and 2025 in the event that the example is kept up with to such an extent that Doge exchanges as high as $2 or close. Generally, Dogecoin mining ease has consistently kept the altcoin on the front seat. Additionally, this year, the most well-known crypto trades like Gemini and eToro have recorded Doge, making the cost take off. Then again, the way that the advanced cash needs incredible worth adversely influences Dogecoin. Many think it is a hypothesis, and in the event that this conviction stays unaltered, its cost can encounter extraordinary trouble at breaking out of 40 cents because of the rising number of digital currencies in Southeast Asian nations. The cost of Dogecoin diminished. In any case, it recuperated rapidly and finished the year at $0. For a large portion of 2019, Dogecoin exchanged sideways. By December 2019, it was exchanging at $0. The cost of Dogecoin began the year at $0. It then, at that point, improved consistently and arrived at a high of $0 February. Bitcoin's cost rally prompted an expansion in Doge's worth. The famous image coin performed well during this period, as it acquired broad consideration after it nearly multiplied in cost in only one day. Following different occasions, including Elon Musk's help, the cost of Doge expanded by 15,000% on May 8. The adverse consequences of the SNL occasion on the Dogecoin cost were additionally exacerbated by the market slump that happened on May 19. This brought about the cost of Dogecoin tumbling to around 16 cents. Doge 2030 and past. Regardless of whether Doge reach $1, you need to comprehend that digital currency markets remain very unstable, making it challenging to precisely foresee a coin's cost in a couple of hours and, surprisingly, harder to give long-haul gauges. In that capacity, there is plausible examiners misunderstand their expectations. You're seeing the impact when an individual has an excessive effect on a cryptographic money coin market development. Could you at any point envision the energy at which Doge rose and fell without taking any breathing space? I'm certain expected long-haul holders could presumably be lamenting they didn't join the paper hands bunch. I'm not articulating Doge's downfall. Nobody is saying Doge is biting the dust. I just express the market's conspicuous pattern. Sit down and unwind as we plunge into dissecting Doge's pattern involving specialized instruments to anticipate its future development for the next few years. Q2 2021. Doge's little action period moved forward on January 2021 when it encountered a cost flood from 1 cent to 3 cents. That was whenever in Doge's set of experiences first such interest strength worked out. This enlivening of Doge happened days after the GameStop furor on Reddit saw GameStop's portions to take off by almost 2,000% starting from the start of 2021. Dogecoin saw resurgence in view of Reddit and a tweet from the executive of Wall Street Bets who composed on Twitter, "Has Doge at any point been to $1?" A similar Wall Street Bets was behind the flood in GameStop, which made torment for mutual funds that are shorting or wagering against the stock. Hours after the tweet, a large number of individuals joined the subreddit Satoshi Road Wagers and expounded on taking Doge to the moon, which urged clients not to sell the Dogecoin till its worth arrived at $1. One of the early posts on Satoshi Street Bets read, "We should make Dogecoin a thing. That is all there is to it." That is the post. At 12:03 p.m. Singapore time, Dogecoin had added about $7.17 billion to its market capitalization in 24 hours, and its complete market cap remained at $8.2 billion, making it the 10th biggest digital money. Such action in the digital currency space isn't new. In 2018, the U.S. Where Fates Exchanging Commission had sounded the caution about something very similar. This advancement resembled an enlivening call to individuals who had rested on Doge. Requests started to pull in. The Doge holders accepted they could drive the cost further, which they did. After Doge framed his first Harami's candle, it drove further up to make its ATH exchanging around 8 cents prior to encountering areas of strength for a dismissal and backtracked profoundly to the 78% lie zone. Doge really required this retracement to adjust cost activity. The retracement came to top off to half awkwardness and cost activity underneath. Subsequent to accomplishing the equilibrium, Doge currently had motivation to turn around into the potential gain, which it did. Expecting Doge neglected to do that and went to short right down to 1 cent that it began from on Jan 28. It would have been a disaster for individuals' projection that Doge has at last awakened. Doge continued the 270% bull run from 0.02, where it originally tracked down, help back to the ATH zone to frame an obstruction zone, since cost couldn't revitalize over the last high. Rather encountered a negative dismissal supported by offers, driving the value down to around 5 cents, where an intraday request zone went about as a help zone that would later hold till April before cost broke out. This negative dismissal plunged right down to 61.8 and 71.4 lie levels. With such profound retracement, one might have effectively recommended market construction could before long turn negative. However, at that point the volume marker showed that the sell strength of the negative dismissal isn't really areas of strength for that the purchase move that was opposed at the ATH zone. Since cost tracked down help at the 5th of February request zone, the cost has been going, returning quickly and forward from 4 cents to 6 cents for 45 days. It was without a doubt an extended rest. This extended rest endured till April 1st, when there was a break in structure on the everyday time span with a 4H Marabuzzo candle. This boss re-established the market construction to its bullish state, yet couldn't shoot higher than that until it came to track down a more grounded request as the purchase starting D zone on the second 7-day stretch of April. The started request zone, thusly, supported areas of strength for an energy that moderated April 13th ATH to make another ATH of 44 cents 3 days after the fact. That presentation was one more huge leap forward for Doge, accomplishing a 550% cost flood in only 3 days. This flood can generally be referred to Musk and Cuban's tweets. Musk tweeted, "The Doge Father SNL May 8th. Imprint Cuban, the Ball Group proprietor, the Dallas Freethinkers, has made a few posts about the image-based symbolic that week. Cuban, a tycoon business visionary and television character, said his NBA group was on target to finish 6,000 Dogecoin exchanges in April. Doge is the one coin that individuals use for exchanges," Cuban said when asked by a client for what valid reason he was supporting Dogecoin. "Individuals spend their Doge, and that implies more organizations will begin taking it." Those were Cuban words then, which had something to do with Doge's cost flood. Subsequent to hitting another ATH, individuals started to take their benefits by auctioning off their possessions, which sent Doge back to a retracement venture the entire way to the 71.4